The Elbaf arc of One Piece is officially underway and fans are eager to see Luffy and the Straw Hat Pirates explore the giant country more. Elbaf is an arc that fans have waited over 2 decades for, and now, Oda has finally delivered this phenomenal story to them, and it is safe to say that its beginning chapters have been phenomenal. Even though the last One Piece chapter certainly wasn't the most intense, the way it covered the beginning part of the Elbaf arc certainly goes to show that Oda has grand plans for this arc of the story, and hopefully, things keep getting better from here onwards. Right now, all eyes are on One Piece chapter 1128, which fans are desperately waiting for in order to see what the Straw Hat Pirates do next in Elbaf. The East Blue 5 explore Elbaf in One Piece 1128. One Piece chapter 1128 will most definitely see East Blue members of the Straw Hat Pirates explore the Stein Castle of Elbaf. In the previous chapter, all of them woke up in different parts of a certain city in Elbaf, and it was quite strange to see that none of them actually remembered ever getting dressed. Their exact location is unknown as well. Nami and Usopp were seen having trouble with their enemies, and later on, Luffy, Sanji, and Zoro decided to jump in and play their part in the battle. Now, all 5 members of the East Blue unit of the Straw Hat Pirates have gathered together, which means that they are going to explore the Lego City, and find out more information about what exactly happened to them, how they got there, and who brought them there as well. Along the way, they are most definitely going to face more enemies, and One Piece chapter 1128 is definitely going to focus on that aspect of the story as well. If that wasn't enough, then fans should also keep in mind that some new allies from the land of Elbaf will be introduced to the fans soon enough, likely in One Piece chapter 1128. The upcoming chapter of the story is going to be absolutely massive, no matter which way fans look at it, and that is precisely what makes the story all the more exciting. Given that the monster trio got shine in the previous chapter, fans can only hope that Nami and Usopp receive their fair share of shine in One Piece chapter 1128, especially because these 2 characters need a lot of focus going forward in this arc. The goddess of the sun is introduced in One Piece. There exists a sun god in Elbaf. Interestingly enough, the previous chapter of One Piece put up a very interesting plot point. When the giant bees started falling from the sky, the warriors of Elbaf called this a catastrophe and immediately mentioned that they needed to bring this piece of information to the sun god. Of course, fans know that in the world of One Piece, Luffy is the current sun god, given that he has the powers of Nika. However, it appears that in the land of Elbaf, there is some other sun god that exists as well. Who exactly this is, fans do not know at this point in time. But, fans will most definitely find out soon enough, likely in One Piece chapter 1128. Interestingly enough, in Norse mythology, there exists the sun goddess Sol, and that might just be who the story is going to be introducing to the fans in the upcoming chapter of One Piece. If Oda goes down that route, then One Piece chapter 1128 would introduce Sol to the fans, which would mean that this will be the very first new female character that fans will get to see in Elbaf. As to how important the role of Sol is going to be here, and how strong she's going to be, fans cannot say for sure and will have to wait to see how things proceed. Even if Sol does not turn out to be the sun god that was being referred to in the previous chapter, there certainly exists a sun god in Elbaf, or, at the very least, in this particular city of Elbaf. Fans are most definitely yet to see this character play a significant role in the story, and it is especially intriguing because Luffy is the sun god as well, and this particular person carries this title too, which means an exciting confrontation could be set up between these 2 in One Piece chapter 1128. Of course, much of that depends on whether Luffy and the sun god get the chance to meet in the upcoming chapter, but, given that this person was mentioned so early and is likely close by, based on how the Elbaf giants were talking about it, fans can rest assured that they won't have to wait too long to see this character. The other half of the Straw Hats arrive on Elbafrobin's group will finally figure out what happened to Luffy. One Piece chapter 1128 is most likely also going to focus on the other half of the Straw Hat Pirates. It is clear for the fans to see that half of the Straw Hat Pirates are already on Elbaf. However, the other half is still far away, and they are currently looking for the Straw Hat Pirates on the seas. They mentioned clearly in the previous chapter that they would not step foot on Elbaf without finding Luffy and the others. This essentially means that One Piece chapter 1128 could focus on them, and showcase to the fans how they lead a search operation for the crew. This is where they could find out that Luffy and the others are already in Elbaf, which would then see them try to sail towards this land. It is also possible that Oda takes a very exciting route here. Perhaps, Oda will reveal to the crew that Luffy and the other members of the Straw Hat Pirates are actually above them, in a city which spreads through the world tree Yggdrasil. If that is the case, then the giants will come to help the Straw Hats and eventually help them get down, and take them all the way to the mainland of Elbaf. It is going to be absolutely sensational, and, hopefully, Oda will deliver more action, and at the same time, more information pertaining to this land of the giants. Unfortunately, fans will have to wait to see any of that, because Oda is going to be taking a break next week, and One Piece will return in 2 weeks' time. Fans can certainly utilize this time properly to theorize about